Right there. There we go.
Sexy.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Kelly Clarkson here, and we're hanging out backstage at my talk show, not my concert, which is weird to say because I have a talk show. They gave me a show. Hope you like it. If you don't, it's cool. Just lie.
The winner of American Idol is Kelly Clarkson.
She's the original American Idol, a 3-time Grammy winner, and a coach on The Voice.
I can win this show with you.
Now, Kelly Clarkson is taking on daytime television with a brand new variety talk show set to premiere this September.
Wish me luck. Here we go.
My husband is actually my manager, so it was interesting. He came to me a while back, and like years, and said, man, we've had, people, interested in maybe wanting to do a show with you. And I was like, what do you mean a show? Like in Ellen? Like what? And they were like, yeah, that's the way they, and I totally was like, no, at first, because I didn't think, I didn't think that I would be good at that, and then I started thinking about it, and my husband and I were actually talking a lot of pillow talk over months and months of time. And because we also lived in Nashville, so it was a big move for our family to move to LA. So it was kind of a big decision for us. But it just seemed like a new adventure, honestly. And my husband is really good salesman. Like, he's on ideas. Like, he's just a really, good at pointing out things that maybe will push me out of my comfort zone, which is why we're really great partners in life as well. But yeah, no, definitely at first I was like, no. And then I was like, oh wait, that could be really fun. So, and then we shot the pilot and it was like second nature.
Welcome to the amazing episode of the Kelly Clarkson Show.
I feel like this show is kind of an extension of like all the things I love about my career. Like, I actually enjoy doing interviews. I'm not normal, because none of my friends in the business like it, but I love talking, so surprise. And I mean singing, obviously I've been doing that forever, and we open every show with a song, so we've made the show kind of an extension of what I already do on tour. The audience is kind of a co-host. They're kind of one of the the really important parts of the show, and I play off of them.
I'm so excited to be celebrating my master's degree celebration. That's incredible.
And I like that we brought them in closer, because when we shot the pilot, they were a little far and it was a little cold for me. So I like the warmth and like everybody's kind of in the same area.
What are your ideas though of like a perfect date?
A nice dinner somewhere, trip to the jacuzzi or something where we can just hang out.
That's how they got the 5 kids.
There's definitely a bit of more, formula going on with the TV show, and I am definitely, I'm more of an improvised kind of person, and I'm a conversationalist. It definitely is funny, my team has noticed, anytime I'm on The Voice or doing interviews with other, celebrities and people, that's happened actually recently, and my team was like, you are really good at pausing and letting them talk and answer the question. And I was like, because I was so focused. Because I can be such a conversationalist that I feed off of the conversation, but that can tend to, be long and lengthy. So I have definitely been practicing and interviews and stuff, and I've literally watched every episode of Oprah and Ellen, because I'm like, I want to be good at it. So they're really great at interview, and we're all different. One came from journalism, one came from as a comedian, and I'm a singer. So it's different forms of entertainment. But I don't know. I'm excited and I'm nervous.
Here's another reason I came. Will you marry me?
It's really, important to me to have people on the show, not just celebrities, but everyday people too, and just have a well-rounded show that's kind of an example of my personality in general. The thing people say most about me is that I'm not really famous. I don't act like a famous person. I'm very much I go to Target every week and I fill up my buggy just like everybody else. So I'm just very normal. So I want the show to kind of reflect all of that. Well, the work for me is, oddly enough, ironically, I know I'm of pop culture, but I'm not really in it. I don't know a bunch of people. I'm the person that's at an award show and I'm talking to someone and they walk off and they were like, do you know you were just talking to? And I'm like, no, but they seemed really nice. But I just mean sometimes I don't know everyone. So my biggest thing, and I think because I was such a wallflower and have total abandonment issues, that I just never want anybody to feel like they weren't important enough for me to know. and to have a little background on. So they send me home with binders, and I read all about people if I don't know them, and some of them I know. But I just really want to make sure every guest that comes on feels like people took the time to care and invest in them, because they're investing in you and coming on your show.
We love you, Kelly.
People are like, we want you to have this show because you're real and you're okay with it. It's okay to be normal. And I was like, okay, well then let's do that on the show. I feel like just saying things that I really feel, and I think that's the part where I'm gonna connect, and that's the part I have connected for years with my fan base with Musically Speaking. It's just a brand new adventure, and I'm gonna be able to do so many cool things, like helpful things with people and shining a light on really awesome humans, and meeting a lot of people that I am totally influenced by, musically, and even actors that really, their films have really inspired me in my life. It's just a really great opportunity. So I'm kind of just looking at it as a roller coaster I've never ridden, and and an adventure that's gonna come.
Beautiful.
The biggest turning point for me in my life, I think, was, I was really shy when I was little. It was weird, and we moved around, and there was divorce. There was just a lot of things that happened, so I was kind of, more on the shy side. And then, literally, once somebody found me singing in a hallway and said I should be in choir, and I was like, that's nerdy, but then I did it, and then I loved it. Turns out I'm a nerd. All kids need something in their lives that feel like they're special at, or it validates something inside them, or it makes them feel good about themselves, whether it's a sport or some kind of art thing or whatever it is, and singing was that for me. And literally singing and being on stage, it changed my personality, obviously. Can you imagine this shy? No.
Please welcome your host for the 2019 Billboard Music Awards, Kelly Clarkson.
In May 2019, Kelly Clarkson delivered an unforgettable performance as host of the Billboard Music Awards. Meanwhile, the nearly 8 million viewers at home had no idea what was going on behind the scenes.
The Billboard Awards is really easy and fun. After I did it the first time, I was like, okay, I can do it again. They wanted me to do it again. I was like, that was pretty fun. And we were gonna do the musical thing again in the beginning.
What's up, Terry Crews? Did you save this seat for me?
But there's a lot that goes into it. So when I found out I had appendicitis and then it might, explode, rupture, I was like, and I asked the doctor, because it happened the day of the block. I was feeling pain and we thought it was something else. Yeah. And then we found out it was my appendix. And we asked the doctors, we had a whole plan, if things went south. But I just didn't want to leave people hanging. To have someone step in for you hosting a show that you've been working on with people for a minute, and then all the songs, the whole opening,
they don't just hand these out, y'all. I'm hosting. My name's Kelly Clarkson.
It's not really someone can step in and say the jokes. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole thing.
Why don't you just meet me in the middle?
The medley was tricky because I was in so much pain, and I was like, oh, it's already kind of a lot to remember. But I think it really helped me not really be nervous about it all. Well, I don't generally get nervous, but it helped me not even, think about it really, because I was just thinking about trying to relax so my body didn't do something bad.
Good night from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas.
But I definitely left right after the show and went to the hospital and had surgery, so. But honestly, it's so funny, but a week later, we were live on live national television on The Voice, and a week later, Blake was talking to me, and all of a sudden, everything he said just went away, and I had to grab his arm, and I was like, something is wrong. And then the cameras were on, and I was like, so apparently I had a giant cyst explode on my ovary, which has never happened in my life. And that was more painful than the appendicitis. No, it was just that literally it was 2 weeks of my life where just physically things were just a domino effect. It was really funny.
Despite her recent hospital visits, Clarkson shows no sign of slowing down.
The schedule is very intense, but I actually work really well, under pressure and busy. I love being busy. I don't know what that means about me on the inside, or here, but I just love being productive, and I love a schedule. So, but I also think that family is very important, and I want to make sure they come first. So, you know, when we were doing the schedule for the show, I was like, I have to drop my kids off at school. Like, I don't want somebody dropping them off, and especially my little 5-year-old, it's her first time to start school, so I don't want to miss that. And so we're starting right after I drop them off and go straight to work, and then we have a very packed schedule. And then after that, sometimes I'm doing The Voice and other things, but I love it. I would say this is definitely the happiest I've ever been in my life. I'm not a pessimist, but a part of me is like, when will the rug be pulled? Because literally everything's so great. Like, this season on The Voice has been so fun. Like, you know, and I've worked with all of them in different, you know, capacities before, so it's a really fun team. And this show, like, we've put together such an amazing crew. I was like, I want really nice humans. And it's just been really good. Our kids are great and healthy. You couldn't ask for anything more.